Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I was requested quite a while ago to play this game, and I couldn't because not only did I not have time, but I didn't have the software and hardware to do so. I now do. And I will be playing this to the end, 100%, with all the masks. I do hope that you enjoy it, because I've been spending the past 5 hours preparing it. I apologize for any audio or video discrepancies. If you have one that I didn't notice, let me know in a comment, and I will be happy to try and fix it. Oh, we can't name our character anything else but Link, now can we? Because that's just not right. And again, in the land of Hyrule there echoes a legend held dearly by the royal family that didn't let me finish the dialogue. Just read it for yourself. I promise you I'm not skipping any of this, it just goes by that quickly. If someone puts in the comments who that invaluable friend is, I'll mention them in the video. There was the hint. Oh, and I won't be using any video capture device on myself during this, because I have to stand a decent way away from my computer, and that would kind of be pointless. 90% of it would be just the room that I'm recording in. So my apologies. And I do have some other stuff coming in besides this, but this will be the main focus for a little while. And be aware, it still takes me time to upload stuff. This is my favorite, right behind Twilight Princess of the Zelda games. Hee hee, you two fairies did great. I wonder if he has anything good on him. Huh, this guy? Well, that shouldn't be a problem. I'm not going to be reading all the dialogue boxes, just letting you know. Ooh, ooh, what a pretty ocarina. Hey, Skull Kid, let me touch it. I want to see. You can't, Tail. What would we do if you dropped and broke it? No way. You can't touch it. I find it hard to believe a floating ball of magical energy could operate an ocarina. He's so innocent at the beginning of the game. Now, if this was a game from nowadays, you'd experience a button mashing sequence like God of War or something. There's no such thing as a good cutscene without that nowadays. Anybody who's played those sequences knows what I'm talking about. This kid's taking beatings, man. Alright, and the first thing we do is start smashing bushes. Because what is life without rupees? And pardon me, I have to play this on a GameCube controller, so it's taking me a little while to get used to the controls versus the 64 controller. I still remember all the secret stuff. I was tempted to get the recording software for the 3DS and play the remake, but it changed so many things in it, it's just not worth it. So, I just grabbed the Master's Edition, or the Master Collection for fucking GameCube, and that should work. Usually, you can kill all of these guys and get a lot of extra rubies if you kill them all. So, I'm such a dunce. I'll be putting these videos up, pardon me, grammar, in 20 to 30 minute increments. That's how long an episode will usually be, unless there's some minor cliffhanger that I can leave off on and feel decent about, because I don't like leaving off on the middle of a quest or fight or something like that, or a dungeon. So I'll try to balance them out so you're not just left without anything at all. I find it hard to believe that flower was comfortable to land on. There's no point in riding a thing like that, so I did you a favor and got rid of it. Killed your horse! Don't worry, it'll come back in the sequel. This is why you don't do drugs, you hallucinate. Especially when some skull kid hands them to you. Don't you love that leafy sound when you're walking through a forest and can't stop stepping on dry leaves? That's terrifying. And Do me a favor, commenters, if there's any, hold the wood jokes. Now that I'm a Deku scrub, I'm made of wood. Hold the wood jokes, I've heard them all. Let me know if I'm skipping past the captions too quickly as well. I'll slow down. I usually try to skip past them after I've read them, like, slowly, so I understand that people have had a chance to read them. Helpless little fairy girl. No gender bending. I won't allow it. Well, species bending. I promise I'm not going to spend all my recording smashing pots and plants. Sorry about that, folks. I got some phlegm built up from the cold that I've been having. Nothing like a Mountain Dew voltage. You can also press the up button to look. I'm not even going to bother with the plants down there. She tells you stuff, but basically what she's going to tell you is you get sucked up in the plant if you hold A. You let it go and you can fly around for a little while. Only a little while, though. I've played this game so many times, I'm going to play it so many more. Love this game. I do hope you guys love it too. It's a Deku Nut. You can drop them while you're flying, and you can also hit them on the ground when you're walking. And they actually are very useful. Even on some bosses, they'll actually stun them for a momentary time. This one's a little weird because you don't actually see the platform. I'm used to using the yellow stick on a GameCube controller. Oh shit. Yeah, I got caught on that. Watch all my noobage start to show, since I haven't played this in like months. This is basically the tutorial. And we already know about all of this. But you gotta take a minute and enjoy that fucking background music. It's creepy. This is another Deku scrub for some reason is frozen in place. Yeah, there's a theory that Link is going through stages of grief and that he actually died when he fell down the hole and landed on the flower in front of the Majora's Mask kid. But that's literally just a theory. There's this other YouTuber, his name's Peanut Butter Gamer. I watch him a lot, he does a lot of Zelda stuff. He got together with a game theorist and did something about that. And it's actually really creepy how true it is. So definitely go check it out if you want. Well, not really. I'm not dead. We're not going to call him the happy mask salesman because he's not happy. He's creepy. I'm going to call him the creepy mask salesman. A very important mask was stolen from me by an imp in the woods. So here I am at a loss, and now I've found you. You're also at a loss. Now don't think me rude, but I have been following you. Easter egg, there's a Mario mask on the back of his backpack. I'll go look at it after this. The good thing about old video games where nobody stands still where they're talking, they gotta get a little jiggy going. You know, right now it seems like a legit favor. It's just, oh yeah, go get, this mask from this kid for me. Yeah, okay. A totally unreasonable favor. I gotta go beat 4 dungeons, bunch of bosses, bunch of other shit. Oh, man. Yeah, this is the only game in Zelda that introduced a timeline, or a time frame type deal. So you have to do it within 3 days. So most people are discouraged from liking this as their favorite game for that reason, and honestly I was too at first, but then I really started getting into it. And there are actually some unbeknownst there are some unbeknownst secrets about slowing down time during the 3 days. Let's see if I can, yeah, it's right there. You can't really see it. Once I turn human I can come back and look at it, but it's right there. Pretty nifty. One of those little Easter eggs, Like in Link to the Past Majora's Mask, you can find a Mario painting on a wall. You can actually pull rubies out of it. And there's a lot of side quests in here to get all the masks, so I'll try to do them, in short order, but the first idea is to turn myself human again. But 3 days, even if we never sleep, that still leaves us with a measly 72 hours. 4th wall break, even if we never sleep, because we don't. Talk about demanding. No, they'll just stand there, gonna see the Great Fairy. You wanna find the Skull Kid, don't you? Great Fairy will know what he's up to. She watches over everything. And just between you and me, Skull Kid's no match for the Great Fairy. Go to the shrine near the North Gate and find the Great Fairy in there. Okay, so, pretty simple to describe. I don't go near the dog, it'll attack you. Pretty simple to describe. The middle thing in that timeline thing says what day you're on. Every time the sun hits the top of the diamond, it changes the hour. And when that 6 a.m., which is about to be 7 a.m. sun goes all the way to the other side, it goes to the first night. So you get 12 hours the first day, first night, second day, second night, third day. Third night only goes to midnight, because that's when shit gets real. And Tattle's telling me to hurry up, but she can wait. Other than that, it's a generic Zelda game. So let's go see the Great Fairy with the pointy boobs. Because round shapes were impossible on the Nintendo 64 system. And yes, this is a GameCube, but they didn't redo it, they just put it on another system for us. Oh no, the Great Fairy, whatever shall we do? Oh god. There's actually 2 stray fairies lost in town, because after you turn human, you can go grab it for her again, she'll go get masked. But that's spoilers. I'm really not going to be doing anything secret until I'm human. So there's a few things I can do right now just to try and, help myself out, but other than that, no. The first one is this one. People think they're rushed because of the time frame, but after you play this for a while, you really just know when is a good time. You can find a mini-game down here that these Deku Scrubs offer, and it'll get you 50 rubies for winning it. Now, right now, you can only hold 99, but I'll get to that in a minute. Let's hope I don't, like, totally show me stupid here. You gotta beat 115, which is easier, but as the days progress, like day, night, there is a new game every time, and it gets harder every time. Just gotta time it. As soon as your platform hits the top, you jump out, drop down. Honestly, use your shadow that your character makes the moment it hits the ledge. Go for it. Or press A to drop down. Because you'll overfly them, and it'll be a problem. Yeah, this is where it gets a little more difficult. I'm not gonna make that. Maybe. Oh! I don't think I've ever done that before. Sucked. Fine, yellow bastard. There you go. Not only do you get your rubies back, but you get a 50. Now, the problem is the record now resets, so I have to beat my own record to do it again right now. So, I think they give you a heart piece. If you, it was a very long time ago I managed to get all 20 hearts in this game. So, pardon me if I'm speculating and trying to remember. But, I believe they give you a heart piece if you beat the last game on the last day and you've already beaten all the others. Now here's the trick. Time actually resets everything you've done with people. So the side quests are kind of a pain in the ass. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to skip that. This guy's Tingle, he sells you maps, so whenever you see him, usually he'll be floating on a balloon. And, he'll sell you his maps pretty cheap. There's 2 you can buy right now, and yes, they are useful. Unlike other Zelda games, it is actually useful to have a map. Because maps for towns and other areas will automatically show chests in the area. It's not like a dungeon where you need a compass. So, he's not up in the balloon right now, because once you get the Fairy's Great Fairy back, you get magic, and you can shoot little bubbles, which actually is useful. So that takes care of those 2. Pardon me, talking too much is irritating my throat. But I've been wanting to record this for a while. This episode is going to be slightly longer because I'm going to leave off on the point when I turn back to being human. So. Okay. I need to go get the fairy. See that little yellow dot on the map? That is actually a chest. It's very difficult to get, but it has 100 rubies in it automatically. Okay, there's the fairy that shows up here at nighttime. There's actually another one there. I don't remember if it shows up whether you're human or not, but we're gonna find out. Let's see. The guy down here, his side quest is so ridiculous. Yeah, there it is. As a Deku scrub, you know, wood sinks in water. You do actually fall in the water, but you hop on it a few times first. 1, 2, 3, 4. It counts 5 jumps, and then you fall into the water. If you spin before you do it, you'll get more distance, but that can kind of overshoot you sometimes, so just be careful with it. Before we go to the Great Fairy, might as well go this way and open up the money account thing. This is what I was talking about. I mean, you gotta admit, losing all of your items and rubies every time you reset the time is, what the fuck, it's gotta be a little ridiculous. So they devised a way for you to keep your money. This guy is a bank. No, you don't have to pay any fee for it, and when you actually rack up 200 rubies, he gives you the bigger wallet to hold 200 at a time. And no matter what species you are, he will always recognize you. So if you're a Deku, a human, and the 2 other species I'm not mentioning right now, it doesn't matter. He will recognize you by the stamp he's about to put on your forehead. Alrighty. Alright, let's go ahead and go see the Great Fairy. You want to try and get it done by nighttime, but honestly, what you have to do afterwards is play with the kids. You have to play like tag of some sort, and they're like really, honestly, a little difficult to catch, whether you're a human or a Deku or whatever, it doesn't matter, they're really quick. So you want to try and have as much time as possible, and considering I only have 3 hours left, it doesn't make it very easy. So I'm going to wait till nighttime to initiate it, because it'll reset if you wait from night to day or day to night. You have to start all over. It's a pain in the ass. See? Pointy boobs! She hides them. Nope, you can see it peeking out. Magic power! Yeah. There actually are 4 other fairies, 1 for each dungeon, and you have to go around and collect 15 fairies and go give them to them after you beat the dungeon. And they'll give you other shit too. And it's actually quite worth it. One of them doubles your magic bar. The other one puts defensive hearts around your shield so you can take double the damage per heart. One of them gives you, pardon me, a super spin. You know when you hold your sword and I did the spin? You can do a magic version of it, but then you can do like a super magic version of it, and it is actually worth your time. And the last one gives you the Great Fairy Sword, which is insanely OP. So you have to shoot this kid's bubble to start playing fucking hide and seek with them. So, when you do it as a human, you get the bomber's notebook. So the moment I'm human, I'm going to come over and do that with them. So, we'll just wait him out. Yeah, 7 rubies is better than nothing. Oh, shut up. She literally is worse than Navi. Come on. Hold B to charge up a shot. If you use that round part in the top of the daytime-nighttime cycle as your reticle, it will help you. Yeah, why not? I know where they're all going to be. You can actually shoot them with a bubble when you're going to chase them, so you don't have to try and play tag. You can knock them on their ass for a few seconds and get an advantage. So, pardon me if I use that cheap-ass route to do it. And use your spin. Take advantage of it because it makes you go faster, so it's much easier to catch these little brats. Okay, there's 2 in front of the Great Fairy thing. There's 2 over here, And then there's one over by the banker. That one doesn't count, he's blocking the entrance. This one's kind of annoying, you have to shoot him twice, and if you get too close to him, he flies off, you can't catch him very quickly. Oh! I reacted too quickly. The other fairy will pop up like literally right here. You can get him with this. That's this little brat. Good, I mean, making a really good time. That dog attack, that does actually hurt your health, so just stay the fuck away from it. You don't have to worry about remembering the damn code. And, like, when you become human and get the Bomber's Notebook, you write down that stuff in it. It's actually a good way to keep up with the side quests, but they won't give it to you because you're a Deku Scrub. Honestly, when you're a Deku Scrub, though, if you go and talk to this kid with the red cap on, he'll just tell you it again. 43512, and it changes every playthrough. 43512. Oh, you're supposed to tell it to him. Watch me, I got it wrong now. 4, 3, 5. Alright, now we just go on here. Creepy little tunnel. Yeah, I'll just put this one out as a big one recording, if I can. If the file's too big, I'll just separate it and I'll throw them both. Here you go, for everybody who likes spiders. I got a sensitive underbelly. Yeah, because I'm already at like half an hour worth of recording time right now. So... Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot, you just walked into it. Not like the game sound is. Okay. Talk to the scarecrow after you get this. You gonna step up out my face, old man? He's a pedo. It's because I'm hard for him. Yeah, because that's how you laugh. Herft, herft, herft. Yeah, why not? I'll go look at the sky. If you do it on the last... Whoa, audio glitch. Sorry about that. If you do it on the last... Inverted anything. If you do it on the last couple days, he slaps his ass at you. Oh wait, is he doing it now? No, he's not doing it now. Yeah, if you do it in like the last day or something, he'll be slapping his ass at you. Or, no, I'm sorry, it's been a while. He does it after you look back at him. Boom! That's a damn fine twerk right there. That's important. It tells you that the clock tower door and how you get to it and shit like that. You know what's sad is you're literally only doing all this because you cannot jump. Because you're not tall enough to jump up for the clock tower door. Like getting this fixed here. Because you're probably asking, like, why do you need to go through all this just to, like, go get a skull kit? Well, I'm going to show you. Okay, first of all, we're going to skip, like, through a bunch of crap with this guy. This guy helps you pass nights and days, because I'm literally needing to wait till the last day's night now, and I'm only on, like, the first day's night. So... And he's the one that actually gives you the hints about screwing around with time once you get your Ocarina back. That tune sounds familiar for anybody that plays Ocarina of Time. Bet you'll all enjoy that one. Instead of the doom, it would have been cooler with the Inception sound. Keep dancing with him. Because at the last day's night, he'll tell you that he doesn't want to dance anymore, so it's not like you have to worry about accidentally forwarding through the last day. And you might be wondering, like, what happens on the last day? Well, you'll see. Eventually, because I'll fuck up somewhere. Basically, like, it's the apocalypse, Judgment Day, whatever you want to call it. It's like as close as you can get to a nuclear bomb going off in a fantasy game. Doom, doom. Oh, and when I go back to Clock Town, you'll notice the music is darker. It gets darker throughout the days. Like, you'll hear this, like, terrifying little undertone to it. It's like really scary. You don't hear it right now because we're not in Clock Town, so. 12 hours remain till the end of the world. Yeah, I'll show you guys. I could have just told you, but I'm pretty sure you can't hear my voice. Yeah, you can actually spawn him in certain locations by making a song for him. And a little bit of an Easter egg, you can't make a song for him that existed in a past Zelda game. That shaking is because the moon is really close to me now. Like, when I go outside, you'll literally look up and just see this, like, face like so gross. Oh, Tattles, I'll talk. Yeah, see what I mean? That's terrifying. This is why you needed the moon sphere. If you would have talked to this guy, he would have told you that he wanted one. He would have given you his title for that flower. He won't let you use it without it. Even though it's the end of the world, you know? When it says this, just hand over the item, like press start, equip it, hand it over. So I always thought it was to equip it and try and open it in front of him, and that never worked, and I literally spent like the first 45 minutes, the first time I ever played a Zelda game, doing that. Well, the first time I ever played one of these Zelda games. Link to the Past didn't do that kind of thing. Oh, and you don't have to worry about time forwarding while you're talking to someone. It stops while you're talking to someone. So you don't have to really worry about getting screwed over because somebody won't show up. I can't skip them. Ever. Now we just wait. Because right behind this clock is the door. And it opens up every minute. I think I got enough time. I'm gonna go to pause in like 30 minutes. Might as well, right? His knees get sore doing that. The other logical choice would be to leave town, but the guards won't let you out of any of the gates because you're a damn scrub. You're basically a little kid. I don't know if you noticed, but orange flowers make you go. And now we wait, and I'll fast forward the recording a little bit here so that we don't have to just sit and watch this. My bones sound like that when I wake up in the morning. Jesus Christ. Hey, Skull Kid, what if you gave that mask you're wearing back now? Hey, come on, you listening? This fairy is like Silent Bob, and the other one's like Jay. Like, this one doesn't talk very much, but when she does, she spouts like this awesome shit. It's awesome. Brace your ears. Screaming. Best orgasm he's had in years. Love that music, man. Alright, so you got 5 minutes to get your flute back. It's hard to get used to the controls on GameCube because you use the C stick for your items, but you can also use X, Y, and Z, Z being the bottom of the yellows. So it kind of gets a little bit annoying after a while to get used to using Z on a GameCube controller to press the down button for the items. So. Well, you know, if your older self hadn't sent me back in time, we could have had lots and lots of elf sex, but apparently not. At the same point in time that it's corny that this song reminds me of us with the song A Time We'll Be Together Forever, it's really cute. Sorry, my dog ate part of this controller and it's just falling apart, so the buttons are sticky. I remembered the song of time. Why I would ever forget it is beyond me. Peace. Thug life right there. Convenient that you would say goddess of time. You know the expression, stick this up your pipe and smoke it? Here you go. Deku pipes, to be exact. No. Trying to do it off memory. You can check in your start menu for any of the songs. And whenever you return to the dawn of the first day, it takes all of your temporary items away. Like, it still counts that you found items at once. Like, when you get an item from a dungeon, like the bow. You'll still get arrows for it on regular drops now, but see, my Deku nuts and some of my rubies are flying away. So, it sets you back. But it saves your progress. There's only one other way to save your progress, is with those owls chilling everywhere. You have to hit them with your sword and blast if you want to temporarily save. The trick with those, though, is your system accidentally crashes, or you just shut off the game because you're aggravated or something. It sets you back to that last time you saved from the first day. It's just a quick save. You have to quick save every time you want to use. Run from the doggy. I'm a time mage. stage, level 50. Well, first of all, we're gonna slow down time. When you go through that door, it doesn't count, like the time doesn't pass anymore. It's just when you're like past that door doing anything in the rest of the world. But I'm still gonna slow down time just because I'll forget. It's the Song of Time backwards. And yes, everything will slow down. Not just time, but how fast people move, what their schedules are, because you can only do certain things with certain people at certain times. Like, you'll notice everything is slower. Like, people will just walk slower. Like, you'll see somebody running almost in place. To the left. This guy is more than he lets on. Like, he's gotta be like a fucking sage or something. And he just spawns an organ out of thin air. Hey, it's cool. And this is actually a very nice, sad tune. I had it for a ringtone for a long time. Now check my ass. This is actually something you use a lot. PBG does that. I'm not gonna copy him. I just had to do it. Just the first one. Tantrum in 3, 2, 1. This is why I think he's something more, because he lets on, like, he knows way too many things. But I'll be quiet for this exposition. I can't stop this from going as fast as it is. You have to read it as quickly as you can. The evils were so great that Michael Bay showed up. Everything exploded. something to do in the game, right? Praise the Lord! Alright folks, I am going to go ahead, reset back to the first day, and call it there after this little exposition, because it's getting a little late in the recording, and I don't know how much space this is going to take up on the video. Instead of resetting time, let's just go use one of the owls after we grab some money and put it in the bank. Because I will completely forget to do it. Actually, you know what? No, I don't want to do any of the secrets right now. I don't want to do a half-assed play. I want to be good sections. Yes, save, return it on the first day, and that's it. Alright folks, now it will be a little bit of time probably before I can get another recording out. I'll try to get one tomorrow, maybe, like get the next episode of this going. But I'll try and edit this and have it up as soon as possible, as well as the next one. But it may be some time before I can record again after that. So I do want to thank you for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed, and I will try to put this out as fast as I can, as best as I can, and let me know if there's any changes I can make to make the experience more enjoyable for you in the comments. Have a good one.